Hi, I'm Abby Lindy. I'm the pharmacist and owner at Beaver Dam Hometown Pharmacy, and today we're going to talk about vitamin D. I talk about vitamin D pretty much every single day in the pharmacy. One of the things to know about vitamin D is that it's actually a precursor to a hormone as opposed to a vitamin in the strict sense of the word. So when we think about vitamin D, I think we all know that it gets activated in our body by both the liver and the kidney. So if you have liver or kidney dysfunction, that affects your ability to convert vitamin D. And vitamin D is critical in so many parts of our body. So low levels of vitamin D are linked to autoimmune diseases, cancer, bone and muscle health, inflammatory diseases, cardiovascular disease. I mean, the list is really endless. And they keep finding new things in the science that low levels of vitamin D are linked to. So it's obviously very important. The other thing a lot of people say is, well, we should just be able to get it from either food or lifestyle. There was a recent, not that recent anymore, 2003 to 2006 actually, that looked at the intakes of anyone over the age of 2 in the United States, and it was almost 100% of people did not get enough vitamin D daily from their food to reach the minimum levels. And so obviously we're not getting it from our food. There are sources of vitamin D in the food, kind of known as the smash fish. That helps you remember it. So it's salmon, mackerel, anchovies, sardines, and herring. So there are sources of food, but those aren't foods that very many people eat very often. So the other source that people get vitamin D from is the sun. So when UVB rays hit our skin with no sunscreen and no clothing on, then it activates the conversion of vitamin D process. And so again, in Wisconsin, that's not happening very often. Maybe in the summer is the only time that that's happening. And a lot of times we have sunscreen or are sitting in the shade. So essentially, vitamin D is something that we pretty much, in Wisconsin, everyone needs to supplement, okay? So when we talk about what level we should be supplementing at, there's a really wide range of recommendations. So on the lower end, it's 600 units, all the way up to 5,000 units a day. And some of those lower estimates or recommendations are based on just bone health studies. And so those aren't taking into consideration any of the other effects of that hormone, okay? So I generally tend to lean at least up in the 2 to 5,000 range when I talk to patients about how much they should be getting a day from supplements. So a basic vitamin D supplement that Ortho Molecular has is just vitamin D 1,000 units, and they're capsules. It is D3, and this product is really nice for people because you're able to adjust it. So some people want to take 2,000, some people want to take 3,000, and they can just take however many capsules they want. It's relatively inexpensive, and so this is a really, it's a product that I recommend a lot. It's pretty basic. The other thing to think about is one of the key roles of vitamin D is helping to absorb calcium, and the products K-Force and then the liquid vitamin D with vitamin K have vitamin K in them. And what I like to tell patients, just a simplified version, is the vitamin K tells the calcium where it's supposed to go. So as opposed to the calcium going to the arteries and causing calcification of the arteries, it goes to the bones where we want it to make strong, healthy bones. And that's kind of the purpose of vitamin K. So K-Force is 5,000 units of vitamin D, and then 180 micrograms of vitamin K. And then this is a lower dose of vitamin D and vitamin K. And so depending on how much they want and how much they're willing to spend, because K-Force is a more expensive product, I will recommend one of these two. So this is the product that I actually take. I'll share a little story with you. I had spent all summer outside with my daughter, and I thought for sure my vitamin D levels were gonna be great. I do wear sunscreen a lot of the time, but I thought still I was outside so much that my vitamin D levels would be fine. Well, I went in to get my labs taken and they were at 25. So that's not good. The minimum level that we wanted is at 30, okay? And some recommendations say you want it up above 50. So I was disappointed. I was surprised and disappointed. Well, I started supplementing. I started originally up in the 5,000 range, and recently I've gone down to just 2,000 a day. And I just had my labs taken again in the last month, and I'm actually up at 70. So that is a great number to be at. I've also noticed that over time, in terms of my my muscles, feeling fatigued, and just general energy level has significantly improved. And I attribute at least some of that to my vitamin D levels. So I'm really excited about the improvement that I've seen with vitamin D. And I've also had lots of patients come back and tell me about improvements that they've had with vitamin D. So vitamin D is something that I recommend all the time, every single day, and it's something that I think is actually really important for pharmacists to be recommending as part of the healthcare team. You know, this is one really easy, low-hanging fruit that we can make a recommendation to a patient and have an impact on their health, make us feel good, and also, you know, it helps the pharmacy on from a business standpoint. So it's kind of a no-brainer in my mind to recommend vitamin D. If you have any questions about vitamin D, I'd be happy to talk to you. Feel free to give me a call at Beaver Dam Hometown, and we can talk.